Hello. I've been experimenting a lot recently with vintage tones, especially from the late 80s metal and rock era, and I've managed to kind of recreate the Iron Maiden Somewhere in Time guitar tone as closely as I think is possible without obviously the original gear. So I'll take you through what I'm using at the moment. The first thing is the guitar plugs straight into a GK 250ml, which is the actual amplifier that was used for the album Somewhere in Time by Iron Maiden, and they also used to use these live. It's a tiny wee thing, but it's can be hooked up to a cab, which I've done here, so it's actually in stereo, which is quite funny because it's such a small amp compared to this, but actually it sounds really good. The next thing I do is I feed that then through into a compressor, and this mainly works for the clean tones, but what's nice about it is that I've also put a gate on the tone, so there's no feedback and fuzz and noise and stuff like that from the amp when the strings are muted. Here are the compression settings. It's quite a harsh compression. I'm using quite high, quite high ratio and high gain output and stuff like that. So if you want to copy them, that's the compressor settings. On the amp itself, I have all the effects turned off, so the chorus and echo. I think Iron Maiden at the time also didn't use the onboard effects. They used a separate unit, which is kind of what I'm using here, so that's routed out of the compressor into this Lexicon, quite a cheap multi-effects unit. And for the kind of rhythm tone, it's just chorus spring reverb, and then for the solo tone, chorus and some studio delay. And usually if I was to do this live, I would then put the reverb on the amp as well as the delay on the solo tone. So yeah, we'll run through some of the tones and you can give your opinion of how close you think they are to the originals. I'll be playing through a Charvel 1989, so it's of the era. So this is the Iron Maiden Somewhere in Time tone. So that's the rhythm tone. This is the lead tone. So hopefully that's as close as I can get. I'll show you some clean tones as well. Yeah, so that's my Iron Maiden Summer in Time tone. Cheers.